Yo,
There he is. Sib.
here I am. Hey,
Congratulations, Sib. First of all,
thank
man,
you.
this has been what, your third Challengers League that you've won now?
Yeah, sadly, yeah,
But
yeah. I mean, this is technically the third one in a row where I just win the first week, first place. But yeah,
so Loserhouse and I were talking a little bit, and when we were casting your last game, and I kind of wanted to know, like, what is still driving you? We know you want to get back to the pros, and we saw that when you went into relegations versus Anaku, it was 3-2, super close. So, I
hmm
mean, is that your goal, just to get back in the QPL, or do you want to dominate this game?
I mean, I guess it's both, man. I would like to get in the pro league. I feel like I'm pretty strong right now. I didn't feel too hot today, but yeah. I mean, I had super close games against Anaku. I mean, he's a strong player, and
Mm.
it came down to the wire, like almost all the maps when that happened. And yeah, I mean, I would love to get back in the pro league. I mean, I think that's my only competition at the moment, because like outside of that, I'm pretty much beating everyone pretty easily. So yeah, it'd be nice to get back in the pro league. And I mean, I have big aspirations for this game. I mean, I'm never gonna stop playing. Like, doesn't matter how hard of a loss I'm gonna experience, I'm gonna keep going. And I want to be better than Rafa or Cooler or Claus or Sirius or anyone like that. That's my goal, but I'm still working on it, so it's gonna take time.
I like hearing that. Do you have one thing I noticed also is, like, the pros, they all have their practice schedules and their training with each other for matches, but it's kind of tough if you're a challengers player, especially from NA. You don't really have that. Are you able to take that more serious this season, and do you have your kind of your training partners picked out, or is it just kind of play it by ear? When you have some time, you get your training in?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the past few weeks or months, I just kind of would get a little bit of training here and there when I could, but I definitely didn't grind as hard as I could. I mean, yeah, if I was in Europe, for instance, I mean, you can get super strong practice because it's like the best players in the world there. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm planning on finishing to build my new PC soon, and once I do that, I'm gonna be yeah doing a lot of duels against whoever's in the North American Pro League, just so I can get as much practice as possible. I mean, I'll try to play whoever I can for the most part, just to prepare myself for yeah, for the playoff challenger playoff, and hopefully I can get top two, and then hopefully knock out whoever's bottom two by that time. So we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun watching you, dude. I got one question. When you start doing, it's almost like I can see it when you start coming alive. You do these little flicks. You do flick rails, flick rockets, but you don't do them all the time. It's almost like once you get a little bit of a frag cushion, you start doing them. But when you do these, like, your aim gets twice as good as it already is. What what causes that? And is that like, are you just getting in the zone when that happens? Like, what is that?
I think all it is the fact that I still see myself as very much excuse me, as very much new blood in this game competitively. I mean, it took me a while just to get my footing and start exploring what my style even is, and I'm starting to get there. And yeah, I guess the reason why, when I get a few kills and you start seeing me land even more shots and they're even more like crazy, it's just because I'm finally getting comfortable. And so that's what I'm doing. Like every every day, every week, every every month, I'm just working on getting comfortable in duel, getting comfortable in this game. I mean, like you think about any of these other guys who are like the best players in the world. They've been playing for over 10 years plus. For me, I've been barely dueling for like a year. Like maybe this is like the second year now that I've been dueling, but definitely not as much as I could be. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just me getting comfortable, and the more comfortable I get in this game, I will get super consistent with my aim and my movements. So that's why towards the end of the game or the middle of the game, I'll start really spiking um, with all my mechanics.
Yeah, I love watching that, dude. And if you do get through to the relegations, like I'm sure you will, no matter who you face, Like I would love to see you hit your stride and get that aim confidence and just the map confidence. Even on your champs, like you have a really good clutch. So it would be nice to see you get in your stride and get back into QPL again. One last question, and I don't know if Loser Haas has one for you, but we do have a little bit of a different map pool this season. We're bringing back Vale. We got rid of DM6, and we also bringing in Exile and got rid of Koth. Um, do you like this, and do you think this will favor NA or EU more?
I think it's just gonna favor aggressive players because the meta right now is like to be super aggro, super active. Especially considering the majority of the Quake Pro League maps right now are small maps. Even Exile is actually a lot smaller than people think, and I think yeah, at least 5 of the 7 maps are just small. So I don't think it so much favors EU or NA. It's just more so it's going to favor who plays aggressive properly, who finds these openings and fights, and maybe exploits the sound and this and that. That's kind of like what I see lately as far as the meta. And I mean, like I've seen a lot of players talk about it too. The fact that uh, yeah, like we like the meta is just it's just favoring certain players and very much not favoring others. And it would be nice to maybe see Tower of Koth come back just because it's a big map and it's new. And I feel like a lot of the pro players didn't practice it enough and didn't explore like a lot that there is to explore in that map. There could be really great fights in it. It's a shame that that one was gotten rid of, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, again, I think that it's just going to benefit players who are aggressive and who are successful with their aggression. So,
Yeah. Right on, man. Well, congratulations. That was fun to watch. Haas, did you have anything else for Sib?
Nothing to add. Congrats. That was really fun to watch. Some insane flick rails there.
yeah, thanks, fellas. I appreciate it a lot. So, yeah, I mean, thanks for covering this. Hopefully, Quake will grow, or hopefully we can get, I don't know, like proper coverage of these tournaments and more good stuff, more competition. Because it's gonna be 3 months until the playoffs even happen, and yeah, it would be nice if we had more going on at the game, but at least there's something going on, right? And
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep working hard no matter what. I mean, especially the fact that I'm going to be finishing a new PC soon. It's really motivating me to just grind my ass off. And yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna reach new heights every year. I mean, I'm not really like when I first started playing Quake, I didn't really expect myself to even get to this current form for like 3 years. But I got to this form in like about a year and a half. So I'm kind of ahead of my own schedule, and but I still think it could be like a year or two by the time I hit like I don't know, like a really strong point in my plan. It could be like 3 or 4 years,
Yeah.
hopefully less, but it could be realistically around there until I hit my peak. And I know if I hit my peak, it's going to be really scary. So I'm just trying to work hard to get there. I mean, at the end of the day, for me, it's just catching up in the hours. I mean, these players have like 100,000 hours of Quake, and it's like,
Yeah.
I barely have like under 5K. So I just got to catch up to them, and I'm working on it. So
and
we'll
and
see what
that's and
happens.
that's really impressive too because a lot of people if they're casual watchers of Quake, there's a natural skill and then there's practice skill. And natural skill is if you take two guys that have never played the game, you toss them in a server together, one guy is probably going to be the consistently better aimer, and you just were born with good mechanics and natural skill. You just don't have the experience that the pros do. So if you keep
Exactly.
grinding,
Yeah.
it'll be like you'll be like Wenger or Razy, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. So
So am I. So am I. It's gonna be it's been a hell of a journey so far. So many ups and downs, and but again, yeah, like all of that just motivates me. I'm never gonna give up. I'm never gonna leave this community or this game. I'm the villain of Quake, right? So I gotta spice shit up here. I gotta
yeah,
stir up some shit. Gotta beat up some people, right?
that's
But
good. I love it.
no, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the interview and all that.
No worries, man. Take care. And if you guys want to check out Sib, he's on Twitch, Sib2 on Twitch. You follow him on the socials. Talk to
Hell
him.
yeah,
Right on, guys.
that's right. All right, guys, have a good night. All
You
right,
too.